25th May, Africa Day, celebrated here in Brussels by part of the 6th African region, African diaspora. In the presence of ambassadors from Africa and elsewhere to celebrate the 53rd anniversary of the Organization of African Unity, now the African Union.
Para mim, acima de tudo, foi a transmissão das pessoas que acreditam e que estão engajadas.
For me, above all, it is the way that people are committed to representing this positive Africa in which we believe. The challenges are many, but we believe we are on the right track, as you could observe today. And as part of the Decade for Women, chosen by the African Union as the theme for the next decade, you have seen the strong participation of women. This year we have tried to bring other elements into the program. We try to see whether Africa can be celebrated throughout the year. We believe it will be possible to do this through reading assignments, seminars on these issues of human rights, and especially women's rights, gender issues. Going into universities actually transmits these messages so that it will not be limited to one day.
From RDC.
Johanna Amelo pour le Rwanda.
From the time I arrived at this mission, I've been trying to grow the stakeholders that the permanent mission interacts with. And of course, the diaspora is a very important component because of the role they play in the development of the country that is hosting them and the country of origin in Africa. We place a lot of importance on that role that the diaspora plays, and we are increasingly working with the diaspora to see how we can organize ourselves with them to benefit the African continent.
The day after the Africa Day, African diaspora organized in Brussels the first European Union Africa Advocacy Day.
Africa Advocacy Day is the first of its kind to gather policy experts and experts from all corners of Africa and Europe, because the diaspora is obviously involved, to think about the role that Africa and its diaspora can play in the EU decision-making process. Because so far, and it's a fact, African interests could be a bit better represented and visible in this country and in this city, in the European capital. It's time for the diaspora to really play its role in the EU decision-making process and to really take our seat at the table instead of passively waiting for decisions to be made. And I know this is blunt, but I believe that the diaspora, and especially civil society organizations and the private sector, should play a bigger role in the way EU decisions are made, the way policy making is taking place in Brussels in particular, but also in other European capitals.